What's up everyone, in this video, the bread and butter of electronics, I'm gonna explain how to run Arduino with literally any servo. I'll show you bare minimum theory, pinout and wiring, code snippets with simple movement, and also code snippet with knob control. It doesn't matter whether you have a small popular SG90 or a powerful one with 30 kilograms of torque. This video covers both. Let's go. The most important topic, how do you make sure you don't damage your board? I always recommend using an external power supply for your servos. That's the intended way to use them. Motors, especially in stall mode, can draw a very large amount of current. For tiny servos like the popular SG90, it is possible to power them directly from the board. However, in stall mode, this guy can draw 0.5, 0.8 ampere, which is a lot. I don't recommend it. Even if you don't fry your board, such a high current can cause voltage drops. The Arduino processor may shut down or reset to protect itself. That's why your servo can twitch and then suddenly restart its program, or even your laptop can restart, especially with older USB 2.0, which are rated for only 0.5 ampere. As you can see, this approach comes with a bunch of problems. Of course, I'll show you how to do it, but do it at your own risk. Let's wire it up.
Just take a look at the servo color codes. Red is for power, orange is for signal, and brown is for ground. It may be different for different manufacturers. This is typical for SG90. But for example, for the bigger one, here the power is also red, but signal is white and ground is black. So keep that in mind and always check the datasheet before you connect the cables.
I am using Arduino Nano on steroids, but its pinout is exactly the same as the classic version. VCC to 5 volts, ground to ground, and the signal wire to an arbitrary digital pin. I chose pin 9. That's the risky direct method. Just for the reference, I'll quickly switch it to the safe way. Now 5 volts comes from external power supply, and Arduino connects with servo only with signal cable and of course common ground. How it works under the hood. You might think that the Arduino sends a command like go to 90 degrees over the wire. It doesn't. It sends a heartbeat called PWM. PWM stands for pulse width modulation. It is a technique used to fake an analog result using a digital source. Arduino digital pins can only send signal high, 3.3 volts in this case, and 0, nothing in between. Imagine we connect this cable to a light bulb. On 3.3 volts, the light bulb is super bright. On 0 is completely turned off. Now if you flick the switch on and off extremely fast, like 50 times per second, your eyes and brain blur it together. You don't see flickering, you see a dimmer light with 50% brightness or 10% or 30%. It depends on the feeling of the signal. This rapid switching is PWM. Here in servo domain, it's counterintuitive because the percentage width of that pulse tells the servo where to point. Its direction relies on width strictly defined by manufacturers. If you are confused, don't worry, just follow along with the video. We'll use servo library, which hides these technical details and make it super easy to use. So let's jump straight to the code.
A very important detail, the servo library uses default values for pulse width, defined in microseconds. For some servos, these default values may limit the range of motion. In such cases, you have to manually adjust these values to achieve the full range. This script sweeps the servo 100 degrees up and down. As always, quick overview. We import servo library, create a servo object, auxiliary variable to store the position. In the setup, just attach, tells Arduino which pin is supposed to send the control signal, and two very simple loops, one for sweeping up and the second one for sweeping down. Every tick we use built-in write function to update servo position. Delayed 15 function in the code is crucial. The Arduino is extremely fast, performs literally millions of instructions per second. The delay gives the physical gears time to actually catch up to the code. Without the delay, the Arduino would comment from 0 all the way to 180 in a fraction of a second. The servo wouldn't be able to keep up and would just buzz or jitter. Cool, I am gonna upload it. As you can see, the servo runs pretty smoothly, but if you have problem with yours, it is always a good practice to put a capacitor between ground and power of your servo. It helps to stabilize power supply and reduce electrical noise. Okay, now let's make it some more fun. I'm introducing heavy tools and I want to control it with knob. Let's wire it up. The second script, I just realized that they are built-in the Arduino IDEs, so you can find it here in examples. So that's the original knob script. The beginning looks very similar, except we have to specify the pin for the potentiometer, analog 0, A0, and the loop function is even simpler. We are constantly reading the state of the potentiometer, and using built-in map function, we are mapping this range. This range is the granularity of the Arduino analog pins. There are 10 bits, and 2 to the power of 10 is 1024. And this second range is angle between 0 and 180 degrees. Map function is very handy, very useful. If you didn't get it, I recommend it to check out the Arduino docs. And we have to actually write this value to the servo and classic delay, and that's basically it. Now let's take a look how it works in practice. It works pretty well. So in the background is of course power supply. For the potentiometer I chose big one, 100K, but it can be 10K, even better, it doesn't matter. Sorry for the inconsistent colors, but I am out of small cables. So left leg of the potentiometer goes to common ground, middle leg to the analog A0 pin, as we specified in the code, and right leg to the 3.3. It's very important to connect it to 3.3, not 5 volts, because we are applying this voltage to analog pin. Signal wire from the servo goes to D9 pin. The rest of the pinout is pretty similar as before. Signal pin goes to D9. This circuit is pretty simple, but I really like the results that I can control quite powerful servo with this knob. It's very cool. Okay, so everything works as expected. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more and hopefully see you soon.